policing the police every single day. And doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH. Andrew Sheets, reported for COPWATCH for 8 years, and now I'm running for sheriff. And there's a Back the Blue protest in Fort Myers today, and Black Lives Matter showed up in a peaceful protest. And guess who was there trying to incite again? Gary Snow. All over the paper, all over the news. He doesn't believe in freedom or free speech. And they were being silent, non-violent, and all over the news, all over the paper. And inciting in Florida is illegal. Something does need to be done because, yeah, you have free speech, but you don't have the right to incite. So we just thought we would bring this to your attention. We have every single video that was taken by the news there. We'll put it all together, and you decide, inciting or not.
From the first Civil War to Vietnam War, and now we are in a civil war, ladies and gentlemen. But I can tell you this: you saw all these politicians out here. This is a very critical election.
So just your name real quick and kind of speak up a little bit. So
my name is Chantel Rhodes.
Just want to spell it for me?
CHANTELRHODES.
And you represent who?
I represent the peaceful protesters in Beacon.
Tell me a little bit about today.
So today we wanted to show up in the spirit of love, to stand for our cause, not to stand against law enforcement, but we want to stand for a cause that we truly believe in. And you see us here in red and black, and we're showing up in a spirit of love. We're not arguing, we're not having shout outs and debates. We are here to show up in the spirit of love, to not disrupt what they're doing here, to encourage law enforcement officers. That's not our agenda. But our agenda is to stand firm in our mission, and we believe that Black Lives Matter.
Tell me a little bit about just what you felt like you guys accomplished by coming out today, and how you feel about today.
Well, I feel like we stood for what we believed in. We stood in the face of opposition. People were saying things about us that we know are not true, but we chose to remain silent. And we at this point, we want our silence to speak for us. We've been speaking up for quite some time, and this was an opportunity for us to listen as well. We wanted to hear what people would say to us, how they would react towards us, and we wanted to hear the message that was going forth today. Would it sound threatening? Is there something that we are not understanding, that we can work a little bit harder to try to understand the other side? Because I truly do believe that we all love America, and that's what brought us all here today.
Anything else you'd like to add that we didn't discuss that you feel like you want to express? Great, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Backing the Blue met with Black Lives Matter protests. Dozens gathered in downtown Fort Myers on Police Appreciation Day. It's your big story tonight. Thanks for watching ABC 7. I'm Megan Miller. For the most part, both of these demonstrations today stayed peaceful, but our Jessica Babb was there when some clashes broke out. Jessica.
The protesters kept to the side and stayed silent. Organizers say they didn't want to disrupt the law enforcement rally. There were a few tense moments, but overall, everything was peaceful. Many people at the law enforcement rally say they are supportive of their right to protest. In the midst of voices came the silence, sparking a different sound.
You guys want to defund the police? Here, take your f***ing signs back.
Our mission is just not to be loud. We don't want to disrupt. We don't want to just be angry. We want to understand, and we want to be understood.
We wanted to show a real strong solidarity.
Protesters silently sitting on the side of the law enforcement rally.
The decision to remain silent was a response to all of the talking that we've been doing for quite some time. We also wanted to hear what would be said to us, and we wanted to hear the message today.
But everything stayed peaceful. Many at the law enforcement rally even showing support.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. I think everybody has a voice, and I encourage them to express their voice.
If you have issues with law enforcement, protest all day long as loud as you possibly can. But you got to keep it peaceful.
When it comes to the call for change, Stephen and Fort Myers Mayor Randy Henderson say defunding police isn't on the table.
We need to get up every day and continue to reform, learn about best practice, be the best that we can, and make sure that we are protecting citizens.
We're standing in love, we're standing in peace, and we welcome each and every one of them to the table to have a conversation with us.
One of the organizers of the law enforcement rally says government is another avenue for change. That's why candidates running for office came to talk with community members at the rally. He wanted people to learn where they stand as the next election rolls around. In the studio, Jessica Babb, ABC.
Hear from you. I want to hear all the issues, and when we do hear all the issues, it'll bring us all together.
Backing the blue. That was the goal in downtown Fort Myers today. The group saying thank you to the men and women who serve our communities.
But during the rally, a group of Black Lives Matter protesters joined silently with a message of their own. ABC2's Jessica Babb in studio as the groups met face to face.
The protesters kept to the side and stayed silent. Organizers say they didn't want to disrupt the law enforcement rally. There were a few tense moments, but overall everything was peaceful. Many people at the law enforcement rally say they are supportive of their right to protest. But in the midst of voices came the silence, sparking a different sound.
You guys want to defund the police? Here, take your f***ing signs back.
Our mission is just not to be loud. We don't want to disrupt. We don't want to just be angry. We want to understand and we want to be understood.
We wanted to show a real strong solidarity.
Protesters silently sitting on the side of the law enforcement rally.
The decision to remain silent was a response to all of the talking that we've been doing for quite some time. We also wanted to hear what would be said to us, and we wanted to hear the message today.
But everything stayed peaceful. Many at the law enforcement rally even showing support.
And make sure that we are protecting citizens.
We're standing in love, we're standing in peace, and we welcome each and every one of them to the table to have a conversation with us.
Officers.
We will not stop. We will not back down. And we don't care how many bad emails we get. We are going to fight tonight.
Halfway through the program, a group of Black Lives Matter activists sat down across from the rally with signs to silently protest. Attenders of the rally then began to direct their attention to counter-protest the Black Lives Matter group. Group administrator Mappa Peacock told me why she thought it was important to show up today.
Yes, today was a rally for the fallen officers, but that is why we came with respect and we showed peace to a whole nother level. And I feel like we got the message clear that we're not here to start a war. We're not here to fight. We're here to unite us. And hopefully they can get the message across one day.
People continue to protest against police brutality across the country. The peaceful protest of Lee County groups saying they are still active. One member telling me the law enforcement support rally felt like a slap in the face.
I have to be here to tell them that this can't go on without opposition. But that's when the people are still being treated unfairly here, and that we will do something about it, and we will always speak up no matter what.
With a sign that said "No Justice, No Peace, Black Lives Matter," the dozen with peaceful protests of Lee County quietly walked over and took a seat off to the side as the support rally continued.
To continue to show solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement, to continue to make sure that people are aware of the message that, that Black Lives Matter.
And they did not go unnoticed. Those who were there to show their support for police came over, chanting into megaphones as the other group continued their silent protest.
No one is free until everyone is free, and what happens to our neighbors, affects us too.
Both of the groups tell me they will continue to show support for their causes through all the tension. In Fort Myers, Andriana Shepard, Wink News Now.
Hey, Sherri County, this is Sherri County COPWATCH. I am using any video here under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.